We are honored and humbled to be partnering with Chuckanut Health Foundation in the development of a Whatcom County Racial Equity Commission. We're putting community at the center of our work. Re-envisioning how we make policy is the first step to creating outcomes that are different than the policies that brought us here today.
You have marched with us, you petitioned with us, you mourned with us, you sang with us, and you rallied with us. It's time to roll up our sleeves together again. We are here today to introduce to you the next steps in laying a foundation of equity to ensure justice for all in our community.
Oppression exists, racism exists, and systemic racism exists. Across all the systems we see it. It's in education, in healthcare, it's in business, in our financial institutions, and it's in our criminal justice system. It's the difference between who shows up in our jails, who's getting the loans, and who's even getting the callbacks for job interviews based on their name on their resume. And we have the data across all the systems, we have heard the stories, and we know that we need to address racial equity in order to make change.
Showing up and sharing yourself is never easy, and it's how the hidden issues and problems our community is facing come to light for people who aren't walking in our shoes. Thank you for being bold.
Thank you for being bold. We heard you. We are standing in the river with you, and we would like to work together to figure out solutions for our community, for our children, and for our children's children.
We envision a Whatcom County where all community members should have the opportunities to make the choices that allow them to live a long, healthy life.
Every neighbor should have the opportunity to make a living wage and prosper.
Every parent deserves to send their kid to school with a full belly, ready to learn.
Every person in Whatcom County should be able to live, thrive, and belong for who they are, as they are, regardless of their race. The Whatcom County Racial Equity Commission is a path forward to realizing that vision.
When we talk about racial equity, it can be divisive, whether that's at a family dinner or in a protest. We find ourselves sitting on opposite sides of the table looking at each other like we're the problem. We want to build a different kind of table. A Racial Equity Commission puts us side by side, seeing the big picture of racism and systemic racism in Whatcom as the problem, so we can work together to dismantle it.
How will this transfer over to process? Over the past year, glaring disparities of all natures have been thrust into the spotlight. We know that identifying the problem is the first step, but what is to be done after that?
Our vision of the Whatcom Racial Equity Commission is a community-centered process where you, the community, gathers to identify the problems that you face and help local officials understand the solutions that would work most effectively for you. We will know that we have succeeded when we see the problems and the solutions that the community puts forth actually make it into policy.
To get more involved, please join our stakeholders group. Go to our website, thechuckanuthealthfoundation.org. You'll find the Racial Equity Commission. Sign up for our mailing list. Make a donation if you're so inspired. We want to hear from you. We need to hear from you. We're building this for everybody in Whatcom County, so you're all invited and there's a spot at the table for you.
We cannot do this work without you. We have identified the problems. Now we need to work together on solving them.